I've just seen a toy called the Magic Robot, which I'd completely forgotten about, and I can, just seeing it here, you can remember how it sounded and how the way it moved.
The Museum of Brands, Packaging and Advertising can be found in North Kensington and is home to memorabilia including packaging, games, radios and televisions. It is a unique record of British social history dating back to the Victorian era.
I, in many ways, started certainly the early part of this collection down Portobello Road, exploring amongst all the antique stores. What we have on show here perhaps should never have existed. It should have all been thrown away.
Visitors to the museum are treated to a nostalgic walk down memory lane.
Well, we're both Danish, so quite funnily enough, there are not that many brands that we recognise. There are a few, but quite a few of them we realise that they're simply English. God, you got the Queen all over the place. Oh, kings, whatever, any royalty, they're all over the brands and the labels, and so obviously very important too.
Many products, the companies are still around and still producing some of the goods now, even though they've changed slightly.
Much as it's lovely looking at these things, I wouldn't necessarily want it all in my house because it's just stuff, but then that's what surrounds us. It becomes our wallpaper, and it's really lovely to see that collected so that people can look back on it and see what our life was actually like.
A short walk from the museum is the famous Portobello Road Market. We spoke to an antique store manager to find out why he thinks collecting is important.
Collection is not so easy. Means knowledge, means appreciation, means hunting, and it needs money. And it's not only hobby, it's also challenge. And we live here for challenges. It can be from shoes, it can be hats, it can be anything. Those are collectible things. That they have some value and some meaning in the history that they will pass to the next generations.
Earlier on in the museum, you know, if you were a lady of leisure, you'd just be sitting there. How boring would life have been, just sitting there sewing or reading your magazines and your newspapers? And then if you were below stairs, absolutely horrendous with, you know, all the effort involved with the
The most interesting thing for me is that it's really brought alive some of the memories that I've got of things that I still do or still have, and things I used to use.
How our lives have changed and how our children can't actually imagine the fact that television only started at lunchtime and switched off at 11, and there wasn't really any children's television. And it's just amazing. We were talking about the big box of chocolates earlier and saying, wouldn't it be great if you were given that? But no, it wouldn't, because actually we can all afford everything now. Because when we were children, you couldn't. You saved up for months for stuff, and now everything is much more accessible.
It's the quantity of these hidden stories that come together to make up this fascinating insight of the world that has disappeared. A great brand is one that we have drawn to us. We feel like a close friend.
We should never ever forget all of these things.